to the 31st commemoration of the 1981 hunger strike. I'd like to first thank you all for joining us this very hot morning, and thank you for coming out and taking your time for this most worthy cause. To begin the program, I would first like to call upon Ray Green to come up and sing both the Irish National Anthem and the American National Anthem.
Was in the Diori shot the news. Coming the scale of last night for me, my Cordelia, Sistadena. What I just said was, there are any Irish speakers among you? And I know there are a couple. I'm apologizing for my American accent. I got my Irish here. Shayib Karja Duna Gleekap Remak Brever Fjover Ardenta Kanab Gabukaktan Sunspear Gamin Rail Togak is one where Bayrock can glow, Gachun or Glary Yak Dunlow, Lake Yunas Cave, Nahia Ershal Shayib Kani, Aran the Vien, she in the lake Rapol, atop we Allegarin, Buindar Sloa, Hearty the Ronnie Huen, Baboin the Sare, Shantira Shinshir Osta, Neog Carpentiran, Napentral, Anocht Ahim, Suborn of Whale, Lagan Air Gale Bosh Nos Fail, Lagon Nos Creach, Philodic Navilair, Shayib Kani, Aran Navian. Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Thank you, Ray. I would now like to call upon Patrick O'Cleary to come up and read The Rhythm of Time by Bobby Sands.
The Rhythm of Time by Bobby Sands. There's an inner thing in every man. Do you know this thing, my friend? It has withstood the blows of 1,000,000 years and will do so till the end. It was born when time did not exist, and it grew up out of life. It cut down evil's strangling vines like a slashing, searing knife. It lit fires when fires were not, and burnt the mind of man, tempering leading hearts to steel from this time that time began. It wept by the waters of Babylon, and when all men were a loss, it screeched in writhing agony, and it hung bleeding from the cross. It died in Rome by lion and sword, and defiant in cruel array, when the deadly word was Spartacus along the Appian way. It marched with the Wat, the toilers poor, and frightened lord and king, and it was emblazoned in the deadly stare as ere a living thing. It smiled in holy innocence before conquistadors of old, so meek and tame and unaware of the deadly power of gold. It burst forth through pitiful Paris streets and stormed the old Bastille, and marched upon the serpent's head, and it crushed it neath its heel. It died in blood on buffalo plains, and starved by moons of rain. Its heart was buried in wounded knee, but it will come to rise again. It screamed aloud by Kerry Lakes, and it was knelt upon the ground, and it died in great defiance as they coldly shot it down. It is found in every light of hope. It knows no bounds nor space. It has risen in red and black and white, and is there in every race. It lies in the hearts of heroes dead. It screams in tyrants' eyes. It has reached the peak of mountains high. It comes searing across the skies. It lights the dark of the prison cell. It thunders forth its might. It is the undoubtable thought, my friend, that though that says, I'm right. Thank you.
We will now be reading the Roll of Honor. Oh, look, Bobby Sands, Antrim, March 9th, 1954 to May 5th, 1981. 65 days on hunger strike. Oh, look, Francis Hughes, Derry, February 28th, 1950 to May 12th, 1981. 59 days on hunger strike. Oh, look, Raymond McCreesh, Armagh, February 25th, 1957 to May 21st, 1981. 61 days on hunger strike. Oh, look, Patsy O'Hara, Derry, July 11th, 1957 to May 21st, 1981. 61 days on hunger strike. Oh, look, Joe McDonald, Antrim, September 14th, 1951 to July 8th, 1981. 61 days on hunger strike. Oh, look, Martin Hurston, Tyrone, September 13th, 1956 to July 13th, 1981. 46 days on hunger strike. Oh, look, Kevin Lynch, Derry, May 25th, 1956 to August 1st, 1981. 71 days on hunger strike. Oh, look, Karen Doherty, Antrim, October 16th, 1955 to August 2nd, 1981. 73 days on hunger strike. Oh, there's Thomas McAway, Derry, November 30th, 1957 to August 8th, 1981. 62 days on hunger strike. Oh, look, Mickey Devine, Derry, May 26th, 1954 to August 20th, 1981. 60 days on hunger strike. On this monument, there are two men listed that were not part of the men of 81, but deserve certainly the most of honorable mentions. Frank Stagg, October 4th, 1942 to February 12th, 1976 in Wakefield Prison. Frank Stagg died after fasting for 62 days. In his final message to his comrades in the Republican movement, he wrote, "We are a risen people. This time we must not be driven into the gutter. Even if this should mean dying for justice, the fight must go on. I want my memorial to be peace with justice." And Michael Gunn, October 5th, 1949 to June 3rd, 1974. 23 days into his hunger strike, Michael was force-fed for the first time. The method of force feeding hadn't changed from the days when Thomas Ashe died due to the brutality of it in 1917. The brutality of force feeding took its toll on the hunger strikers. It left them battered and bruised, drained physically and mentally. On June 3rd, 1974, 64 days into his hunger strike, the prison authorities announced that Michael Gordon had died. They later explained that he died from pneumonia, a result of the force feeding tube having pierced his lung and food lodging in his lung. He was 24 years old.